Key TV, I'm Key. Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 2. Score I predicted, but not the match that I predicted. I thought we were going to get absolutely battered today, and then we'd scored the first goal, go 2 goals behind, go goal behind, and then score the equaliser late. But it was completely different to that. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest game. No one actually played well today, to be honest. It was a game full of moments, just moments happening. Arsenal had a few moments. Um, Scored the goal. Martinez probably could have done a bit better, but being off balance, yeah, it's one way or another. Any other day, it could have been a save. This time, it just wasn't. So it's just one of those. Then they go 2-0 up. Just shocking. Didn't even react. Um, First half was that bad that it absolutely drained me. I feel like when Onana went off, we should have took advantage and possibly got Morgan Rogers into the game more, probably put him central, bring on a winger and put Tillemans back. But instead, Bogart came on to replace Onana. In fairness, he had a good game, but I think Unai kind of got it wrong today. In the second half, Tillemans stepped up after a sub, which brought Dina on because Matson wasn't having the best of games. He was on the yellow card. It had to happen. Yeah, good header by Tillemans. And then Unai Emery was bailed out for his bad decision making, really. Watkins was about to come off, which would have been another mistake because Watkins was actually having a good game. And he scored a nice little volley in the back post to put it at 2-2. Something needs to change. Unai is starting to get a bit stubborn. He's not making some of the correct decisions that people would expect. A lot of people were confused by Bogart coming on today. Although he did play well, I feel like we were putting ourselves under pressure by bringing on defensive-minded player. I personally would have done one or two things. I would have went for either Duran to come on and play a 4-4-2, being 1-0 down, and with Ollie Watkins having the better of Timber, he could have stuck Duran on Gabriel to keep him out of the game and have Watkins against Timber all game, or to make things easier, just literally just put Tillemans in centre midfield, put Rogers in centre attack, and probably bring on either Marlon or Leon Bailey, depending on who we preferred. But to bring on Bogart, we just literally sunk from there, and we were looking for scraps. And today we found them, and that's how we've got our goal really. From the moment Matson went off as well, it was just no sort of attack going on down the left hand side. Matson was doing well to get forward, but obviously with him being on the yellow card, you just can't take the chance. So yeah, the change had to be made. It had to be made, but I just feel like I think it's the last 3 games, we've kind of bailed Unai out of his poor managerial decisions, and he's getting a bit lucky. He's riding his luck a bit. We were not good today. Morgan Rogers was a waste today. He was good in spells, but he just wasn't used enough. It just wasn't himself. Ollie Watkins did well to fight up there against Gabriel and Timber. Got himself a few chances, a few shots, which were blocked, but he still was causing havoc up there. Jacob Ramsey didn't really have the best of games. He was a bit nowhere. Um, who else was there? Kamara is one of the best centre defensive midfielders in the league. He's brilliant. Like literally, his footballing IQ, his positioning, his energy to get forward, his decision making. Like he's got the whole package, and I think we really missed him last season, but now he's showing that we cannot afford to not have him in the team. Defensively, just lack of concentration, really, making bad decisions, few bad passes, mainly by Mings. A few times he was waiting on the ball too long. He picked up a few bad passes. He tried some through balls from his position, which didn't work. Obviously, he's Mings. He's going to get his headers, his clearances, his blocks, and stuff like that. He likes to throw himself about a bit. It's not the team that we are anymore. But when he's around, he does pull his weight in that area. But when we have the ball, it's a bit non-existent, really. Like he just doesn't get it. Like he doesn't keep the ball rolling. He's a bit off when he's on the ball. It just doesn't look comfortable at all. Matty Cash, I don't know what to say about this dude. I'm glad we got a new right back. His footballing IQ is so poor. He's playing against two right footers, and he doesn't realise that they're gonna want to come inside. Every time they went down the wing or down to the byline, they always managed to get a crossing, even though it's on their weak foot. Like I just don't get it. I don't get what he didn't get about his job, like what he needed to do. And obviously, one of the goals, Havertz's goal, came from a cross from Trossard, and it shouldn't have been crossed in. And also, Mings was caught lacking, not marking anybody, marking space. Yeah, and it caused us to go 2-0 down. Um, I'm, I can't lie, I'm happy with the point. I'm happy with the point, but it's just so frustrating. Like, we've got to go through 50, 60 minutes of just rubbish, really. It was just crap today. It was just crap. Like, why do we have to go 1-0 down or 2-0 down to then fight from behind all the time? Like, why can we never take the lead and then lead from there? Why do we have to go behind to be able to play good, to be able to score goals and put ourselves in these positions where we are not in a position to win the game? And just making things harder for ourselves. It's starting to get really frustrating. Um, but I predicted that it would be a draw. It would be 2-2. That's the way it wanted. That's what I wanted. So I can't be 100% angry or frustrated, or because it's what I asked for. Really, it's just not the way I expected it to go. I expect us to come out a bit more aggressive and want to win a football game instead of trying to come from behind and not lose. It's like we're always trying to not lose. And the last 10 minutes of a game, once again, we are pushed all the way back to our goal, just trying to stay alive. Trying to stay alive. We got lucky that Havertz handballed the ball into the back of the net. And yeah, it's just it at some point we're just gonna get it's just gonna backfire. It's just gonna backfire. It's just gonna backfire. By March, we might not be in the position that we're in because we're just underperforming. Hopefully, Marlon can change it. Hopefully, our new right back can change it. Um, Very disappointed Marlon didn't get on the pitch today. We could have done with him as a counter-attacking option. Um, but yeah, 2-2, Onky. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the page. Let me know what you think. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Peace.